functional medicine. I've practiced functional medicine since the beginning. Back 30 years ago, there was only one lab that I knew of that did lab testing. Anybody remember that? Great Smokies? Yeah, okay. That was the beginning of it. I was studying that way back in the 80s. Great Smokies was then bought up by Genova, and Genova was recently bought up by Metametrics. So it's a personalized science-based medicine that looks at the core clinical imbalances of the body. So we're looking at the physiological changes of the body. When we do lab testing in a functional approach, we're looking at a much tighter range. So if we take a look at a typical lab core study, they've got a very wide range. How many of you do any blood work in here? Okay, so it's a very wide range, and a little tidbit that you're maybe not familiar with LabCorp and some of the other, like Quest, their lab references are based on the general population of the location of that lab. Did you know that? That if you go down southeast, you go down to Alabama, you're going to have a much wider range available for various things like insulin and glucose. Okay? It's based on the geographic region of the lab. Did you know that, doctor?
Wow.
That's the truth. So they've accommodated. So it's kind of like bringing that minimum level down so everybody feels good about themselves. Kind of sad, but that's the way to do it. So in functional medicine, we're looking at a much tighter reference range. So when somebody says, oh, I was at my doctor today and they said the cholesterol's fine, 230, and insulin, 150, and glucose was 110, but it was fine. It was, maybe in Alabama it's considered fine because that's on the upper level, but we want to get levels into the middle, don't we? Then we say that that's within the normal range.